Asuka, the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's revenge.
My name is Asuka. I have been dating my boyfriend Ryota for 6 months. I usually work as a receptionist at a company counter and lead a reasonably smooth sailing life. One day, my best friend since elementary school, Haruka, calls me over to a nearby cafe to tell me that she's getting married. Oh, really? Congratulations on that! Thanks. So I was thinking that I would love for you to be a part of the ceremony. Of course I'll be there. I'll be there. I was so excited to hear my best friend's congratulatory report. And also... I'd like to ask you to make a speech on behalf of all my friends. What? Me? Do a speech? I was surprised at the sudden nomination for a big role. But why me? I'm not suited for that. No, that's not true. Asuka, you're my best friend that's been with me since elementary school, and I think you're the only one who can do it for me. If she says that to me, I have no choice but to bite the bullet. Okay. I'm nervous, but I'll do my best. Really? That's great! I decided to accept the speech as a representative of her friends. One day, 2 months before Haruka's wedding, 3 of my friends from elementary school who also knew Haruka got together. So you're going to give a speech on behalf of her friends. Can you do it properly? Hey, stop it! I'm really nervous right now, so don't remind me too much. What if you stutter or make a mistake or something? It's possible, so stop it! They were teasing me like this, and as we talked about Haruka's wedding... What are we going to wear? Does everyone have a dress or something? One of my friends, Yui, asked me this. My relative's brother had a wedding the other day, and I have a dress I bought then, so I think I'll just go with that. I see. What should I do? I don't have anything that nice. Well, you don't buy it unless you have an opportunity like this. Yui was married once 4 years ago, but divorced because her husband cheated on her. She lives with and is raising the child she had with that man as a single woman. What are you going to do, Asuka? Well, I'm going to be making the speech on behalf of her friends, so I might as well go all out and buy a kimono. What? A kimono? That's nice. Right? There was actually another reason why I chose to wear a kimono. I had rented a kimono when I went sightseeing in Kyoto with Haruka, and we strolled around the city. At that time, Haruka saw me with my hair up and said, "Wait a minute, Asuka, you look like a Yakuza's wife." She burst out laughing. When I looked at myself, I really did look like that and burst out laughing. Then I got carried away and made her laugh by making a pose like that. Hey, that looks just like it. My stomach hurts. Stop it. Because of this, it has become an established joke between Haruka and I. So I was secretly thinking that I would wear a kimono to the wedding and make Haruka laugh a little. But I don't have a kimono of my own. I'm wondering if I should take this opportunity to buy one or find somewhere to rent one. I whispered and then... Oh, that's nice. If you have one, you might be able to use it again in the future. Yui suggested, well, yes, but wouldn't it be a waste if it's 5 or 10 years from now? Which I confided in such a lighthearted concern, Yui suddenly said, Don't worry, if you don't use it anymore, I'll take it from you. What? She said something like that. What do you mean I'll give it to you? What? I mean the kimono, obviously. I'm saying I'll have it when you don't wear it anymore. I was puzzled by her sudden remark. No, even if I buy it and I don't need it anymore, I won't give it to you, Yui. I thought she was joking and tried to let it slide. Oh, why? So you're going to keep it in your wardrobe after Haruka's wedding? That's too bad. If that's the case, I'll have it for you. Yui, do you have some timing to wear it? No, I don't. Yui's comment startled me and my friend. Why would you receive a kimono that Asuka bought? My friend joined in to warn her, but I don't know if it reached Yui's ears. I mean, I wonder why Haruka would have a wedding ceremony in the middle of such a recession. Seriously, doesn't she think about our expenses? I'm sure she's just looking for the congratulatory gift. She then started to blame Haruka. Hey, you can't talk like that. No one does a wedding just for the wedding gift. Oh, that can't be true. Then, if Asuka was going to marry Ryota, would you do it even if you couldn't get any congratulatory gift? Well, that's not what I meant. See, you're after the congratulatory money after all. That's not the aim, but... I'm baffled by Yui's outlandish argument. Frankly, I don't want to have to pay a penny. Me and my friend were just completely taken aback. But why do you say that? It's Haruka's wedding. We should celebrate it. That's true, but I just wish she'd think a little more, about our feelings a little more. Then, as if she couldn't take it any longer, my friend became angry. If you were going to be like that, you don't have to come to Haruka's wedding. I don't think Haruka would want someone like that to come anyway. She warned her. What are you so angry about? You think it's bothersome too, don't you? What? Of course I don't. You don't have to act like a good girl. I'm not acting like a good girl. Yui, you're the one who's complaining about people's happiness. What? Shut up. Stop it. And Yui, what's wrong with you? A fight broke out in the corner of the cafe, and the customers around us were staring at us, so I knew it was bad. And I stopped it, and then... Humph! Nice, isn't it? You guys are so happy with your husbands and boyfriends. What? I was surprised at Yui's sudden change in attitude. I'm raising a child on my own, and I'm going through a lot. It's natural to want to keep expenses as low as possible. Well, of course, I understand that it must be hard, but that's not the same as complaining about this, is it? When I warned her again and again, she suddenly said, That's enough! Shut up! You don't know what I'm going through! With that, she slammed the money down on the table with a bang and walked out of the store. What was all that about? I don't know. My friend and I who were left in the store were just stunned. A day went by, a week went by, a month went by, but when we didn't hear anything from Yui, and the day before Haruka's wedding day finally came... So in the end, Yui is coming tomorrow, right? I don't know. I haven't kept in touch with her at all. I guess I should have left one message to confirm, but I was too lazy to even do that. Asuka, good luck with your speech tomorrow. I'll do my best. Then came the day of Haruka's wedding. I ended up renting a kimono to attend. Hey, Asuka, that looks amazing! What's that? The wife of a Yakuza? I had my hair set up perfectly, and sure enough, my friends laughed at me. What do you think? It looks good on me, doesn't it? I said that and posed in a crisp pose, which made my friends laugh. My friend and I had been asked by Haruka to be the receptionist, so we waited at the entrance under the direction of the staff. We received congratulatory gifts from the guests who had arrived and circled them to the attendance sheet. Suddenly, just then... Huh? Isn't that Yui? No kidding. I had honestly thought that Yui was not coming today, but I saw her walking towards us from far away and whispered to my friend, "Is this the place for the ceremony?" Yui, who said that as soon as she opened her mouth, had a shaggy head and was dressed in a cheap one-piece dress and sneakers that looked like they were sold at a local supermarket. Yui, you're going to participate in this event dressed like that? Yui's outfit looked so out of place that I asked her, but she didn't answer and rummaged through her bag. It's kind of a damp venue, isn't it? Coming here was a loss. Oh, here's the congratulatory gift. I'm leaving now. What? What? After saying that, Yui quickly put the gift envelope on the table and quickly turned on her heel to leave. Wait! You're leaving? Aren't you going to attend the ceremony? There's no point in having the ceremony here anyway. It was a waste of time just being part of it. With that, she waved her hand and left. What's with that attitude? I don't understand. Yui's arrogant attitude caught me off guard, but to be honest, if she had ruined the atmosphere by attending the ceremony like that would have been terrible, so I thought it was probably a good thing that she left at that point. Then we confirmed the attendance of all the attendees except Yui without incident. It was time, and Haruka's wedding ceremony began. Here, we would like to have a speech from Miss Asuka as a representative of Haruka's friends. The speech I was nervous about went off without a hitch, and after that, I was able to unburden myself and genuinely enjoy the wedding. Haruka's husband also seemed very sincere, and the wedding ended up with a very nice ceremony. It was a great ceremony, wasn't it? Right? Haruka looked beautiful too. I was going home with my friends, soaking up the afterglow of the wedding, but I was still curious. But in the end, what was with Yui? I don't know either. I thought she'd come, but she just left the congratulatory gift and left right away. Yeah, I mean, wasn't she rather against handing over a congratulatory gift? That's right. I don't understand why she would just leave it there. We were talking as we left, but we couldn't understand Yui's principle of action, and we ended the day without an answer. Later, Haruka invited me to dinner because she wanted to thank me for the wedding. Thank you both for the other day. Your speech was really good. Really? I was so nervous. I don't remember half of it. Really? You were so firm, looking like a Yakuza's wife too. That's enough. We were having a great time talking about the wedding when suddenly Haruka said, "Oh, by the way, I got the congratulatory gift from Yui." Oh yeah? That's right. I thought she came on the day for the wedding, but she just banged it there and left. I really didn't understand the meaning of it. Then Haruka quickly pulled out a piece of paper from her bag. The congratulatory gift bag didn't contain any money, but this instead. What? What she held out was a piece of copied paper with congratulations written on it in crayon. What? Just this? Yeah, just this. You're joking. I was absolutely mortified. Even though she had complained so much about it, I had thought she properly put money in there. Haruka, are you in a fight with Yui? No, I have no recollection of one. We still didn't know the reason for Yui's strange behavior, and we concluded that we should keep a little distance between us and Yui. A few days later, however, Yui sent a message. It's not fair that you guys are the only ones getting along. What is this? She only sent this message. At first, it was inexplicable, so I just sent a reply asking what was going on, but there was no reply. Well, I thought it would be fine if she didn't send a message anyway, so I let it go, but... Recently, I've been receiving line messages from Yui that make no sense to me. It seems like Haruka is also getting them. What? To everyone as well? It's coming to mine too. It seems that I was not the only one who was receiving Yui's unintelligible line messages. I replied, but she didn't reply. I don't know what it means. Yeah. Unable to solve the problem, I hung up the phone, but Yui continued to send me line after that, and I felt like it was troublesome. Here we go. I got out a crayon that I can't even remember when I last used it, wrote goodbye in big letters on a piece of paper, took a picture of it, and sent it. A few minutes later, I got a ranting reply, but I decided it was too much trouble to get involved anymore, so I blocked her and deleted her. I told Haruka and the others about it, and they said, "That's a good idea!" And they copied it and sent it too. After that, they blocked her. In the end, we never found out what it was, did we? Later, when the three of us got together again, we suddenly talked about Yui. Oh, so, okay, right. Apparently, Yui's financial situation is not good, and they are in court over custody. What? Really? So she was just taking it out on us? I think that's what it all meant. What? That's a little too selfish, don't you think? I think it's natural to be impatient when you think your ex-husband who cheated on you might get custody, but even if you take that into consideration, I don't understand that kind of behavior at someone's wedding. At any rate, I guess we better stay out of it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I made the decision with my friends and we had a nice dinner. A few months after this, I would receive a proposal from my boyfriend Ryota. We haven't decided on a wedding venue or date at all yet, but I've decided at this point that Yui is the only one I don't want to invite to the wedding. My name is Asuka. I live with my husband Ryota and our 4-year-old daughter Ayaka, who goes to preschool. One day, after dropping off Ayaka at daycare, I was chatting with some of my mom friends and we decided to have lunch together. If you don't mind having lunch at my place, that's totally fine. Oh, really? Saya's house is so stylish. I'm looking forward to it. Sayaka, one of my mom friends, suggested her own house. Since this was my first visit to Sayaka's house, I was excited to see what kind of house it would be. And when I finally went to visit her house... Wow, it's amazing! I was impressed. It was stylish like a model room, and the furniture and the interior decorations were all integrated with a calm atmosphere. Her daughter Nozomi's room was decorated in a monotone and grayish color scheme with stylish posters, also in a calm color scheme. It's amazing, too amazing. With a child, usually you can't keep it this clean. I was so impressed that I couldn't help but stare at the house. Nothing out of the ordinary. Don't look too much. So she says, but look at this. Sayaka is a pretty famous social media influencer. What? Wow, you're right. My friend showed me Sayaka's account, where she posted information about the interior design and decor of her home, as well as her family's daily life. She has 12,000 followers. She has been featured several times in magazines and seems to be a very famous influencer in the area. It's amazing! She keeps her house so clean while raising a child, and she shares it on SNS. It's not really that amazing. I've always loved interior design, so I uploaded my hobbies on SNS and they were just well received. But isn't it hard for you with all the toys and clutter? I asked casually, hoping it would be some help to me, but... It's because you buy them toys that they can get messy. I try not to buy them toys. Oh, I see. I felt a little bit uncomfortable at this point, but I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. We then moved on to lunch, where we all sat around the table and ate together. We had a good time talking, and before long, the evening was over and we had to leave to pick up the kids. A few days later, one day...
Hey, Mommy! Can I invite Nozomi over next time?
Huh? Nozomi? Ayaka said she wanted to invite Sayaka's daughter Nozomi over. Apparently, the two of them are rather close in kindergarten and often play together. Yeah, that's fine, but not too late, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
So later that day, Nozomi came to my house to play, and then...
Wow, it's amazing! So many toys!
As soon as Nozomi entered Ayaka's room, her eyes lit up when she saw the toys. It's not that we have many toys in our house, so I don't think that's it, nor do we have any unusual toys. I remember the other day, Sayaka told me that she tries not to buy too many toys for her children. Remembering Sayaka's words the other day, I understood why Nozomi was so excited. I called them both into the living room as I prepared the snacks for them.
Yay! Snack!
Yay! The three of us enjoyed chatting and having snacks together. Nozomi, do you like that stuffed animal? I noticed that Nozomi was holding the stuffed animal that was in Ayaka's room with great care.
Yes, the stuffed bunny is very fluffy and cute. Nozomi said she likes it.
I see. After finishing their snack, they went to the living room to play games and watch YouTube. But all the while, Nozomi kept the stuffed animal in her hand. Then Ayaka suddenly said,
Nozomi, shall I give you that stuffed animal? What?
What? Ayaka suddenly made such a proposal to Nozomi.
But, because isn't this Ayaka's precious stuffed animal? It's precious, but if it's you, I'll give it, Nozomi. You seem to take very good care of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if it's for Nozomi, then it's fine.
Alright, I'm so happy. Ayaka gave her cherished stuffed animal to Nozomi. Ayaka, are you sure that was okay?
Yes, it's fine, because I think that the bunny would be happier that way.
Ayaka. I kind of felt my child's growth, and my eyes got a little hot and teary. In the evening, I took Nozomi home with the stuffed animal. I'm glad Nozomi was happy.
Yes, I'm happy too. I'm sure Nozomi will take good care of it.
We talked about it as we went home. After returning home, I prepared dinner, waited for my husband to come home, and the three of us were enjoying our meal together. Huh? Who could it be? The intercom rang, and I checked the monitor to see that it was Sayaka standing there. Sayaka, what's going on? Just come out for a minute. Eh? I asked through the monitor, and for some reason, Sayaka seemed angry, so I headed for the front door feeling suspicious. Then... Oh my god, what have you done? Huh? As soon as I opened the door, she suddenly started yelling at me. What is it? Did I do something? Puzzled, not knowing why, I racked my brain trying to figure out what I had done wrong, but I couldn't think of anything. Then Sayaka said, You gave this to Nozomi, didn't you? What? In Sayaka's hand was the stuffed animal that Ayaka had given Nozomi during the day. Yes, I gave it to her. Nozomi liked it so much that Ayaka said, I'll give it to you. After explaining briefly how it happened, Sayaka suddenly threw the stuffed animal she was holding inside the house. Wait! What are you doing? I was stunned by her sudden action. What are you doing? That's my line to say. Don't do anything on your own accord, will you? What? What do you mean by my own accord? We don't buy toys or stuffed animals for our children, and yet you gave her such a tattered stuffed animal? What will you do if Nozomi gets interested in stuffed animals now? What? Listen, okay? We have our own educational policy. Don't do anything rash. Got it? What do you mean by rash? Those lame toys don't suit us. Lame? Well, it's lame. It doesn't fit in my house. After saying that, she pulled Nozomi by the hand and left.
What's wrong? I heard something serious.
Huh? The stuffed animal I gave Nozomi?
They heard voices and came to the front door. They looked sad when they saw the stuffed animal that Sayaka had thrown. Ayaka, Nozumi's mom said she's returning it.
I guess she didn't want it.
I still hadn't sorted it out properly in my head, so I couldn't find any more words to say to Ayaka. The next day, when I managed to send my daughter off to daycare looking a little gloomier than usual, I was approached by a mom friend.
Asuka, good morning. Are you okay? Your expression is kind of dark.
Ah, good morning. Well, actually, I honestly told her what happened yesterday. What? A stuffed animal? I don't know about you, but that's... I know, right? And in front of Nozumi as well. I felt a bit like that when I went to Sayaka's house the other day. Even though she has a 4-year-old daughter in the family, the house doesn't feel like that. It's like she's really desperate for her social media. I knew that my mom friend felt the same way as I did at that time, and then... Good morning! Sayaka came to the school bringing Nozumi. Good morning! After dropping Nozumi off at preschool, Sayaka walked toward us. Actually, it's been decided that I'm going to be on TV soon. What? TV? Yes, I'm going to be soliciting problems from the general public who are having trouble with their interior design and layout of their homes, and I'm going to answer them live on air. Wow, a live broadcast? I had heard that she was a famous influencer, but I thought that was pretty amazing. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm so nervous. Sayaka just said that much and quickly left. What was that just now? I don't know. She just wanted to show off, probably. At any rate, a sense of disbelief towards Sayaka was growing between my mom friend and me, but I was a little curious about the broadcast, so we made a promise that we would watch it together on the day. The day of the broadcast arrived. I was genuinely surprised that Sayaka was going to be on the show, since it was a popular program targeting mainly housewives, and I had watched it from time to time. Sayaka was a guest on one corner of the program. Today's guest is Sayaka, an interior design influencer who is currently the talk of the town on social media. Sayaka appeared on the screen as the host introduced her. The program proceeded in the style of panels with pictures of interior design problems that had been received in advance from the audience, to which Sayaka responded. The first part of the show went smoothly, and my mom friend and I were watching normally, but gradually, Sayaka's behavior became rougher and rougher. Well, to begin with, I have no idea whether you want to make this house look modern or classic. It just looks like they just put in whatever accessories they liked at the time. It's very shallow. First of all, the color of the sofa is so dirty that I can't bear to look at it. I want you to make it a little better before you bring it here. Etc., etc. The moderator began to panic as the comments became quite extreme, and the corner ended at an unnatural time. Was what she just said okay? She said some pretty terrible things. We got a little scared and curious, so we looked on some social networking sites, and then... This interior influence lady is really getting on my nerves. Who the hell does she think she is? It made me sick, so I changed the channel. Don't get carried away just because you're a little famous. The criticism was roaring. Wow, this is quite an uproar, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's pretty bad. The next day, it was also up on the internet news. Famous influencer, a series of outbursts to the viewers on the show. Uproar. Ugh. As I read through the article, it seems that the show was also flooded with quite a few complaint calls from the viewers. And what was surprising was that Sayaka's SNS followers, which had 12,000, had dropped all the way down to almost 10,000. That was indeed a bad comment though, wasn't it? After that, I went to the nursery to take Ayaka to school, but I didn't see Sayaka. When I asked Ayaka about it, she told me that apparently the husband now accompanies Nozumi to nursery. Is Nozumi doing okay?
Yeah, we did drawing together today.
Hearing those words, I was relieved for the time being, but I still remained unsure about Sayaka. However, one night, Sayaka came to our house with her husband.
I heard that the other day my wife threw and returned the stuffed animal that Nozumi got from Ayaka.
Ah, yes, that's right.
I am sincerely sorry. My wife has always been particular about the interior design and ornaments in our house. She didn't want to put stuffed animals that she got from somewhere else. I am truly sorry that we have trampled on you and Asaka's kindness in this way.
I am so sorry. To my surprise, Sayaka came with her husband to apologize.
Well, actually, my wife was on TV the other day.
Yes, I know.
Oh, of course you know. She has been receiving a lot of flack from the public for what she said on TV. My wife finally said that she was sorry for what she said, and she is aware of her narrow-mindedness and is reflecting on it.
Asuka, I am really sorry about that time. Sayaka made a deep apology with tears in her eyes at the end. Somehow, when I was on SNS, I felt like I was being praised for my sense, and it made me very happy, but I gradually became arrogant. I thought, I don't want anything in my house that doesn't match my sense. That's why I did such a terrible thing to Ayaka. I am so sorry. Sayaka, please, raise your head. I knew that her appearance on TV must have been very hard on her, and she apologized profusely with tears in her eyes. Later that day, my mom friend and I and our children went to Sayaka's house as she wanted to apologize again properly, and then... Wow, the atmosphere has totally changed. It's true, it's totally different. The room used to look stylish but somewhat inorganic, but now it was much more lived in with Nozumi's toys and other items. I've already closed my social media account. I was kind of desperate, like I was obsessed, but then I realized that there were more important things to take care of. Sayaka. Children are happily playing at Sayaka's house. It was probably a sight that I would not have seen in her previous home. Sayaka was beaten up on the internet for a while because of her comments on the show, but after she made a proper apology on SNS, the uproar gradually died down. Although I was a little nervous when I was watching the show, I am glad to see that from now on, us parents and our children can get along with each other like true mom friends. My name is Kotumi. I have been married to my husband Hideo for almost a year now. I'd like to say that I'm living an ordinary and happy life, but...
Yeah, it's delicious.
Really? Thanks.
But my mom's rice was a little more garlicky and tasty. Can you make it like that next time?
Oh, I see. Well, I'll try my best. At first, my husband used to praise my cooking, saying it was delicious, but now he continues, but my mother used to make it like this, so if you could do it like that next time. Of course, that is probably how Hideo grew up, and at first I did it to try to be liked by him, and I tried to do what he asked me to do to make it taste more like my mother-in-law's. But if I am told like this every time, I would be discouraged, or how should I put it? Especially the menu that seems to be Hidea's favorite is...
Oh, I want to eat spare ribs that my mother made after a long time.
Apparently, my mother-in-law's oven-roasted spare ribs are excellent, and he would say that to me quite frequently. In the beginning, I used to say, wow, I'd like to try that too, but it gradually became a bother, and recently I've been telling him, why don't you go eat it at your parents' house then? And I lash out. But my husband says,
No, I want you to be able to cook it.
is how he orders it from me.
I don't know how long my mother will be healthy. If Kotomi can make it, I can enjoy the taste for years to come.
He was so smiley, I almost said, if that's the case, why don't you ask her to teach you how to make it? But I restrained myself from saying it as it probably wouldn't have helped. A few days later, I had to visit my parents-in-law's house. I'm home. Oh, you're here. Come in, come in. We were going to have lunch and my mother-in-law was preparing in the kitchen, so I stood beside her and helped her. That's when I remembered about what my husband had said the other day about spare ribs. Oh, by the way, Mother, Hideo told me that your spare ribs were so delicious that he wanted me to make them for him. I asked my mother-in-law for advice, then... My Kotomi, don't tell me you can't even make something as simple as that. What? She scoffed at me. I heard you are a good cook, but is that all you can do? So Hideo likes my meals the best after all. She scoffed at me with an overtly mocking laugh, and perhaps hearing her voice, my husband came in from the living room.
Oh yeah, Mother, please teach her how to make your spare ribs. I've been wanting to try them at home too.
Well, I thought Kotomi could cook that well, but I guess I was too quick to assume.
No, not only that, but all the other dishes. Like the simmered dishes. Oh, yours are better.
Oh, really? She and her son started laughing at me. But you know what? I don't know the recipe for simple spare ribs. I don't even know how much seasoning to use. I'll make it for you next time so you can learn it by yourself. I was made fun of so much and Hideo didn't follow up with it at all. After that, we had lunch, but of course I couldn't really enjoy it and I was left feeling a bit bitter. Later that day, I felt it was a little bit embarrassing that I was still being mocked by the both of them. So I searched up how to make spare ribs on the internet. I found a few popular recipes, so I tried the one that seemed easiest to make and put it in front of Hideo.
Oh, it's spare ribs!
Hideo's excitement skyrocketed and he immediately started eating the spare ribs. How do you like it? However...
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but it's different. Not at all like the one my mother makes. It has more depth of flavor.
Depth of flavor? What do you mean by depth of flavor? You don't even know what you're talking about, but you're just trying to get my attention by saying something like that. Can you tell me something more specific? Like there's some kind of seasoning missing.
I don't know. Depth. It's depth.
Yeah. I tried several times to make spare ribs in different ways after that, but...
This one is different too. It's delicious, but this is not the same either.
I couldn't make something that would suit Hideo's taste buds, and then there were other dishes too.
My mother also puts onions in this dish. Would you do that next time?
He kept comparing my cooking with my mother-in-law's and criticizing them. In the midst of all that, I thought to myself, if my husband is going to criticize my cooking, I'm done with it. I gradually stopped making spare ribs, but he still continued to order them.
Hey, when will it be till you make me new spare ribs?
But of course, I too. I told you, I won't make it. I'm not going to make it after being told like that. Besides, I told you that if you want to eat it that badly, you should go back to your parents' house.
You're being persistent. I told you I want you to make it.
And I told you I don't want to cook it. I never imagined that married life would become so awkward over a single spare rib. I never imagined it when I was dreaming of being a bride. And it continued. Keep on making them. I don't want to. And one day when I was having my own stupid fight about not wanting to make it, Hideo came home from work and came to me.
It's my father's birthday this Sunday, and we're going to celebrate it at my parents' house. He asked me if you could come, so can you?
I was invited. Oh, right. I had completely forgotten that my father-in-law's birthday was coming up this month. The invitation to come to my parents' house reminded me of what my mother-in-law and Hideo had said to me the other day, and I felt down. But fortunately, or should I say unfortunately, unlike my mother-in-law, my father-in-law is a very nice person. So I thought that if it was his birthday party, I could not help but attend. And I agreed to participate. On the day of my father-in-law's birthday party, my husband and I went to the in-laws' house again. Happy birthday, Father!
Oh, Katomi, thank you for going out of your way for such an old man.
My father-in-law was embarrassed, but I thought it was cute that he had a smile on his face that I had never seen before, as if he was happy to be congratulated by everyone. Kotami, it's been a while. Hello. Ah, Sanae. Hello. She is Hideo's younger sister, Sanae. She is still single, but she left her parents' house when she started working. It seems she came all the way home today to celebrate the father-in-law's birthday. Sushi and the other hors d'oeuvres were delivered to the table, and the birthday party was friendly from start to finish. About an hour of eating and drinking and eating cake, my father-in-law started to get drunk, and the party came to an end. Come on, let's clean up now. My mother-in-law called out, and as everyone started to get ready to clean up, I want to go get something, so can I use the car?
Oh, I'll come along too then.
And so my sister-in-law and father-in-law went shopping. The rest of the party was me, Hideo, and my mother-in-law cleaning up after the birthday party. But isn't it time for dinner soon? Kotami, it must be hard to go home now and prepare dinner again. If that's the case, why don't you eat dinner at ours too? My mother-in-law suddenly said, What? Dinner as well? I was puzzled for a moment because I didn't intend to do so, but Hideo was in high spirits.
Yeah, that's great. Let's just eat here then.
He decided without asking my opinion, and so we were going to have dinner at my parents-in-law's house. But I haven't thought of anything yet. What do you want to eat? Then Hideo said without a pause,
Spare ribs!
Hideo answered. Hearing that, my mother-in-law suddenly burst out laughing. My Kotami, you haven't learned how to cook it yet. I guess you're actually a bad cook after all. She started making fun of me just like last time. No, I've tried a few times, but it doesn't taste anything like yours. Both my mother-in-law and Hideo were enjoying it, all whilst I managed to stifle my disgusted expression and replied with a smile. Well, that's okay. Hideo instructed, so I'll make it for you today.
Yay!
I didn't want to keep getting told off like this either, so I confided in my mother-in-law honestly. Oh, if you don't mind, is it okay if I stand next to you and watch you make it today? But my mother-in-law said, No, you can't do that. You see, it would make the kitchen too cramped. I'll make it quickly, so you can go relax in the living room. Well, but I want to learn how to cook today. I'll try not to get in the way. Even though my mother-in-law refused, I persisted, but... No. I'll teach you another time, okay? Not today. She made fun of me so much, but when I asked her to show me how to make it, she firmly refused. I felt a little uncomfortable, but I had no choice but to fold to her demand and relax in the living room until dinner was ready. My sister-in-law and father-in-law came home from shopping, and around 7 p.m. dinner was laid out on the table.
Wow, it looks so good! Spare ribs!
There you go. Let's eat then. Bon appetit! I was curious to see how good my mother-in-law's spare ribs were, as Hideo praised them so highly, so I immediately bit into them. Yes, it is indeed delicious.
Right? This is seriously the best.
From the moment I took a bite, the meat was so tender and the sauce was rich and delicious. I could certainly understand why Hideo recommended this. As I was tasting the sauce, I wondered what kind of seasoning was used in it. And suddenly, Hideo...
But wait, does Sonny know how to make mother's spare ribs?
He asked his sister-in-law, Sanae. Of course, I know how to make spare ribs. Why?
Well, actually...
Just when Hideo was about to explain, well, that doesn't matter. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Mother-in-law suddenly raised her voice and interrupted the siblings' conversation.
What's wrong all of a sudden?
Nothing. It's rude to talk about how to make something and things like that. Let's just eat it deliciously.
What are you panicking about?
My father-in-law seemed to have noticed the impatience in my mother-in-law's speech and interrupted her. I'm not panicking. Come on, let's eat. What? What are you saying? Everyone seemed to be sensing a strange atmosphere.
Well, I want Katomi to make mother's spare ribs.
My husband started to say this and began to talk about how I've been trying to make spare ribs at home, but have not been able to make them to his taste. Then my sister-in-law suddenly said... Huh? Sanae suddenly started laughing out loud. Sanae, what's wrong? My sister-in-law suddenly burst into a strange laugh, and all of us were puzzled. Well, then, I don't know how to make it either. If that's the case, Kotami, why don't we go ask someone who knows how to make it together? What?
What do you mean? I thought your mother knows.
No. I don't think my mom knows either. Urgh. My sister-in-law continues to laugh hysterically. We were startled, not really understanding. Only my mother-in-law seemed to understand, and her face clouded over. Because mother's spare ribs are just dipped in sauce that you can buy at the supermarket for 200 yen. Huh?
What?
Ugh. The spare ribs that my mother-in-law was so proud of were just meat dipped in a ready-made sauce? Oh, right. I see. That's why she didn't want to show me how she made them, even when I asked her to show me. Ugh. I finally connected the dots.
No way. I thought that mother made this sauce with all her own preferences.
Hideo couldn't hide his shock when he found out that his favorite mother's sauce is a store-bought sauce.
What the heck? Are you guys making fun of Katomi for such a trivial thing?
This was a surprise to my father-in-law, who was also appalled. The mother-in-law and Hideo's previous bravado was gone, and they were eating dinner in a state of despondency from start to finish. At the time when it was time to go home, I'm really sorry. It seems my mother and brother have been bothering you with silly things. Your food, I've had the chance to eat before one time, but your food was very delicious. If my brother gets mad at you again for something that doesn't make sense, please tell me. Thank you. And also my mother-in-law. I'm sorry for all of the nasty things I've said. Hideo has been setting the bar so high with my cooking, and it was getting harder and harder for me to say anything. No. Thank you for the food. I will come again. Thanks to my sister-in-law, I felt so refreshed that I didn't care what had happened so far. Here. When we parted, my mother-in-law gave me some commercial spare rib sauce. All I had to do was dip them in this. I got it. Thank you very much. I'll try to make it. I immediately made spare ribs using the sauce my mother-in-law gave me. How is it?
Yeah, it tastes just like my mother's.
I was able to reproduce it very easily.
But I still think this miso soup isn't as good as my mother's.
I see. Well, I'll ask Sine how to make her mother's miso soup then, okay?
Oh, sorry. Take that back. This is good too.
Is it? Then I'm glad. It seems I have a very powerful ally. I was quite upset for a while when they criticized my cooking, which I had confidence in, but I'm glad to know the truth. From now on, I would like to get in touch with my sister-in-law and build a good relationship with my in-laws. My name is Kotami. I've been married to Kenji for 4 years. We don't have any children yet, but we live happily enough as a couple. However, one day...
Kotami, actually, I've been diagnosed with cancer.
What? Suddenly, my mother called me to tell me she had cancer.
Fortunately, it was detected early, so they think they can handle it with surgery, so there's no need to worry.
Oh, I see. I felt a bit relieved hearing that, but it still weighed heavily on my heart. For now, I decided to go visit my mother with my husband on the weekend. Mom, how are you feeling?
Oh my, Kotami, Kenji, thank you for coming all this way. My condition isn't too bad.
I see, but isn't it inconvenient being alone in this big house?
Well, but this is the house your father and I built.
My parents built this house when I entered middle school. I still remember how happy they were when it was completed. It had been their dream for many years. However, my father passed away from an illness shortly before I got married. Father departed for heaven without ever meeting Kenji. I have an older brother, but since he's married and moved out, I thought Mother might have trouble managing this big house alone, so I suggested living together, but...
No way. Kenji would have to be careful living with his mother-in-law. I'll be fine in this familiar house. Kotami, you should find a house to live in with Kenji.
And that's how things have been until now. But isn't it really inconvenient living alone at a time like this?
This again. I want to spend my final days in this familiar house too.
Mother-in-law, final days.
Mother said this self-depreciatingly, but naturally we wanted her to live much longer. Anyway, I heard her surgery was scheduled for 2 weeks later, so we headed home for the day. Call me right away if anything happens.
Yes, thank you.
While living anxiously until my mother's surgery date, one day... Yes? The intercom rang, and when I opened the door, my mother-in-law was standing there.
Ah, Kotami. Hello, may I come in?
Hello, mother-in-law. What brings you here so suddenly?
Oh, just let me in.
Her house is only a few dozen minutes away by car, so visits aren't unusual, but it's rare to come without any notice. I let her in, wondering what this was about, but before she even sat down...
Is it true your mother is ill?
What? I was surprised by the sudden question, but since I hadn't told her, Kenji must have. Yes, it's early-stage cancer. Talking about Mother made me a bit blue, but contrary to my mood, Mother-in-law was very upbeat.
Oh, cancer, is it?
What is it? Mother-in-law's grinning face was creepy.
Your father passed away from an illness too, right?
Yes, before I married Kenji.
I see.
What is it? I felt annoyed, like she was mocking my parents' misfortune.
The house your parents live in, they bought it together, right?
Yes, what about it? I tilted my head, not understanding the intent behind mother-in-law's questions.
I'm worried about your mother, living alone in that big house, right?
Yes, I suggested living together once, but she refused.
Is that so? The house is still very beautiful, isn't it?
Huh? Oh, yes, I suppose. I was bothered by how my mother-in-law kept asking about the house. What about my family home?
Oh, no, nothing at all. I'm just worried about your mother.
Huh? I asked, but she dodged the question. She seemed concerned about my mother, but there was something unsettling about her grinning manner. She left that day without me understanding what it was about. Several days passed, but I still didn't understand my mother-in-law's true intentions. One day, a week before Mother's surgery...
Hello, Kotami. How's your mother?
What? This time, mother-in-law and Kenji's sister, Masumi, both came to visit without notice. Mother-in-law? Again? And with sister-in-law too? As I stood there confused, suddenly...
Kotami, your mother is still at your family home, right? We'd like to visit her. Would that be okay?
But visit? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing special, but she must be anxious being ill, so we thought we'd try to lift her spirits a bit.
Huh? While their thoughtfulness was appreciated, I was a bit confused by the sudden request from two people who really didn't know Mother that well. Thank you for your concern, but with surgery in a week and preparations for hospitalization, she's probably busy now. I tried to decline politely, but...
Oh, come on now, don't say that. When I was hospitalized for appendicitis, I was surprisingly happy to get visits from unexpected people.
Is that so? Though I felt somewhat pressured, I decided to accept their thoughtfulness and take them to my family home.
It's been a while. Thank you for coming all this way.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine for now.
Sorry for the sudden visit, Mom.
It's fine. Thank you both for coming. No.
I prepared tea for the four of us in the living room, and they were asking about Mother's condition, but...
That must be difficult.
That must be tough. Though they were responding, their eyes were darting around the house. Is something wrong? When I asked that?
Oh, excuse me. It's nothing.
She brushed it off for some reason, while I was suspicious of their clearly strange behavior.
May I use the bathroom?
Said mother-in-law, and then... me too! Sister-in-law followed.
Huh? Sure, but there's only one toilet? Oh, don't mind us.
Mother explained, but they went to the bathroom anyway.
How strange.
Yeah. While harboring some distrust at their still inexplicable behavior, we waited several minutes. They're taking a while.
Yeah, I wonder if they're feeling unwell.
No, they didn't seem like it, but I'll go check.
Okay.
After waiting a while for the two who hadn't returned, I went to check the bathroom, but they weren't there. Huh? Where did they go? As I continued searching the house...
Oh, this is perfect. When she dies, let's have Kotami's family live here with us.
Cancer is sad, but can't be helped.
Yes, the house is still beautiful and perfect to live in.
I found the two whispering at the end of the hallway. Huh? What? What does this mean? Unable to comprehend the scene before me, I stood stunned, holding my breath and continuing to listen.
There's probably plenty of inheritance too. Maybe we can get that as well.
Yes, that would really help me with my debts. inheritance, debts. The whole picture became clear. In other words, the two of them were taking advantage of Mother's cancer, plotting to somehow get this house and Mother's inheritance. This is unforgivable. Hey, I heard you.
Kotami, how long have you been there?
What did you hear? When I burst in, they started making excuses in a panic. What do you mean, what? I heard everything clearly. You two were after Mother's inheritance and this house, weren't you?
No, that's wrong, that's...
Come to think of it, when Mother-in-law suddenly came to my house the other day, she kept asking about the house. And today, too, you were both looking around the house instead of focusing on Mother.
No, what are you saying? We just came to use the bathroom.
Does that take nearly 10 minutes? Plus, I heard everything you were whispering about here. Learning their true intentions left me more stunned than angry. Even today, they said they came to visit Mother, but they really just wanted to thoroughly inspect the house. These two, as I was wondering what to do about them.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
Mom. Mother came to check on us, worried. No, it's nothing. I decided not to tell her as it would be too cruel to tell someone fighting an illness. Mom, I'm sorry, but I just remembered something we need to do, so I'll take these two home. I'll come back when it's time to help you pack for the hospital.
Oh, is that so? Thank you.
For now, wanting to separate Mother from these two quickly, I forcefully left the house, dropping them off at home and returned to my house. I thought about consulting with Kenji when he returned from work that night, but thinking about it carefully, he is their son and brother. I hesitated to consult him, thinking he might be on their side. Realizing there was no one I could discuss this frustration with, the word divorce came to mind. That's the only way to cut ties with those people. It's extreme, but that's how painful this betrayal was from the people I had trusted. Several days passed without reaching an answer. Then came Mother's hospitalization day, and finally the day of surgery.
Don't worry, the surgery was successful.
Really? Thank goodness.
Thank you very much. Thank goodness! Thank goodness!
On the day of the surgery, my brother and Kenji also took time off work to come to the hospital. My husband cried with joy when he heard the surgery was successful. At that moment, I felt certain he would never betray me, so I told him about Mother-in-law and Masumi. And that's what happened.
No way! Mom and Sis did that?
It seems Kenji didn't know either and was stunned.
There's no way that could happen.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, but I heard their conversation directly.
I'm so sorry. I'll probably scold them both.
Yeah, well, Mother's surgery was successful, so I'm relieved for now.
Yeah.
Kenji seemed quite shocked too, his eyes unfocused throughout, but he went straight to his parents' house to talk to them. After the surgery, Mother's condition recovered steadily, and she was able to leave the hospital after a week. I'm really glad.
Yes, sorry for worrying you.
While we were relieved that Mother recovered safely, the problem with mother-in-law and sister-in-law remained. Sometime after Mother was discharged, my husband, who had been discussing with mother-in-law and sister-in-law for several days, came home.
Kotomi, we need to talk.
Okay. He began speaking with a serious expression.
Would you divorce me?
Huh? Suddenly being asked for a divorce. Why? I don't want a divorce, Kenji. When I learned mother-in-law and sister-in-law's true nature, I momentarily lost trust in my husband and thought about divorce, but now I trust him and Mother has been safely discharged, so I wanted to continue our married life with Kenji, but... Why? Why do we have to divorce?
No, that's not it. It's not like that.
What? Apparently, when Kenji talked with mother-in-law and sister-in-law, he discovered that mother-in-law had spent a considerable amount of their family savings. And sister-in-law, even in her 30s, was still accumulating substantial debt playing in nightlife districts. When they learned about mother's illness, they saw it as an opportunity and plotted various things with the inheritance in mind. Disgusted by his real mother and sister's inhumane thinking, he concluded that maintaining family relations with me wasn't good, which led to a suggestion of divorce.
So I thought.
Huh? Kenji suddenly suggested being adopted into my family after divorcing. Adoption?
Yeah. That way we won't have to really separate, and I can cut ties with them. Your family has already lost father, and thinking about those people being my only remaining family members make me sick. So, what do you think?
While I was surprised and couldn't organize my thoughts, I realized this might be the best solution to resolve everything. But, are you sure?
Yes, I have no regrets.
And so we divorced once, and Kenji was adopted into my family as a son-in-law.
My goodness, how surprising to think I'd gain another son at this age.
Mom, I'm sorry for all the trouble.
Trouble?
Kenji, I haven't told Mom.
Oh, I see.
Former two people lost not only their target of mother's inheritance, but also Kenji's family, and recently the neighbors hardly see them anymore. While we can confirm they're alive since lights turn on at night, well, I sometimes think, or don't think, that those two similar money-hungry people should live happily together.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!